As the 2023 general elections gains momentum, various political candidates running for the presidential seat have been faced with a lot of criticism. Peter Obi seems to be on the spotlight as various persons from different walks of life has criticized him. Well, Peter Obi, who is a wealthy businessman with a reputation for being frugal, has emerged as a powerful force ahead of Nigeria's presidential election next February. He is energizing voters with messages of prudence and accountability that are amplified by an army of social media users. The movement by Peter Obi has raised eyeballs of prominent people in the country, as many have argued that Obi, who is faced with too many hurdles, lacks the alliance formation across political divides and standard political structures across Nigeria. Some others mocked Obi and his army of independent volunteers, Obedient Movement, for leading in various polls on social media and online platforms instead of creating physical presence in remote areas of the country, especially the north. Well, these are the prominent individuals who have spoken against Peter Obi's movement. Reno Omokri, the Nigerian lawyer, author, and social media influencer who has been a critic of Obi, had few days ago cried out that the supporters of the Labour Party presidential candidate were after his life and family, and that the public should hold Obi responsible should any harm come to him. Former Nigeria Governor Babangida Aliyu said Obi is a good candidate, but 2023 would be too early for him to make it. He also said that Obi is his good friend and a former member of former Governors Forum, and is a very excellent person. He also said that, I think he will make some name now, but he may be able to make it only in 2027 or 2031, but 2023 is too early. Well, even though the young people might go for him, the name is not dropping everywhere else. I doubt if Nigerians are ready for him now as a presidential person. I would have loved him as vice president. Many of us were rooting for him to be vice president to Atiku again. Yes, the People's Democratic Party's senatorial candidate for Delta North, Prince Ned Nwoko, declared Obi cannot win the 2023 presidency. Former Anambra governor to return to PDP and pick a ministerial appointment. Well, the former House of Representative member said Peter Obi's current party lacks the structure to produce the presidency. He told Obi, describing him as a very frugal and conservative in his dealings while he was governor. Well, he said, Peter Obi is a good man. I've known him for many years. When I did my Paris Club refund for Anambra State, he impressed me. He impressed me because he will actually pick the phone to arrange my flight. He will pick his phone to book my hotel, and he was the governor. He actually came to London and didn't come like other governors that came to see me to give me instructions. He came alone, carrying his bag. We will like him back in PDP. I would want to be one of those that will encourage him to come back to PDP. We can have him. Ejike Mbaka had said the former Anambra governor will never be president in 2023 or any time later. He said that the Labour Party presidential candidate is a stingy man, and it would be better to have an old generous man as president than a stingy young man. It is now that Atiku Abubakar is contesting for president. Now that he is contesting without Peter Obi, it is now that he is serious. We want somebody that is serious. Unless Peter Obi comes here to kneel, if he becomes president, I will close down this ministry. He is going nowhere. Well, many Nigerians, including the Catholic Diocese of Enugu, criticized him over his comment. Although Reverend Mbaka has backtracked and apologized to Obi and his supporters for the comment, well, his initial scattering remarks about Obi appears timely and will be in the public domain for a long time. Former Deputy Senate President Ekweremadu said that people from the southeast will not vote for Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi. The lawmaker from Enugu State acknowledged that Peter Obi is a credible candidate, but the southeast needs to be dynamic and should not waste their votes on Peter Obi because he can't win the presidential election. Ebonyi Governor David Umahi asked indigents of the state to obtain their PVC and vote the presidential flag bearer of the All Progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu. Umahi told the residents not to vote for Obi. He says, our party is APC and not the Labour Party. We will not vote for the Labour Party, we will vote for APC. The states that the Labour Party has helped should vote for them. The agenda of God for Ebonyi State is Ebonyi State's agenda, and that is what you should be telling them when they come to ask you will you vote for? Tell them not to look for our votes. Our votes belongs to APC. And another person is Chukwuma Soludoi. Anambra Governor Chukwuma Soludoi has said that those dreaming to win 2023 general elections under new parties are jokers. Those who joined the Labour Party, like its presidential candidate Peter Obi, will just labor in vain in 2023. The governor said a party without a councillor has nothing to offer. What's your take on this? Are they correct? Let us know in the comment section below.